San Francisco. We're just about set for action. Thank you for tuning into this Sunday afternoon 2K Sports edition of the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brett Berry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Anthony Davis.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Caruso in at the one spot. And for Golden State, Green down low with Looney. Curry is out there with Wiggins. And it's Bazemore at the small forward. Right, for those teams who have overachieved in the regular season, as the playoffs are coming up, how do they ensure their success continues into the postseason?
Well, Kevin, the skeptics are still going to be out there. You just got to understand the playoffs are a different animal. You've got to be resilient and adaptable when the adversity hits, because it's going to come. And the belief system is so paramount to success of teams, especially underdog teams in the postseason. Do they have the confidence to get the job done?
Drummond, no good on the shot. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular, their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
Now, here's Caldwell-Pope. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis. Curry looking around. He feeds it to Green. And here they come. Another shot. And Davis lays it in.
That's a big-time battle from AD on the glass. You see the athleticism to go back up with it.
Now the pass to Bazemore. Some nice passing by Golden State. Looney with the bucket.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
The Lakers with the ball. The Warriors making the shot. Back to James. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here's Caruso. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Outside, Green. And stolen by Drummond. And now, here's Davis, the fast break opportunity. They get it back. Outside for Caldwell-Pope. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Yeah, defenses beware. You have to close out hard on KCP and disrupt his rhythm.
Now here's Wiggins. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Here's Caruso. He's covered by Bazemore. Caruso, the pass to Drummond. And he banks in the layup.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
Warriors trail by 7. Curry kicks to Green. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And Davis sends it back.
Just a wonderful effort from Davis on the defensive end with that rejection.
And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. And the Lakers decide to take their first timeout here. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I did get a chance to speak with Steve Kerr a little bit. This team hasn't had the best of luck against the Lakers this season, winning only once in their 3 previous meetings. When I asked Coach about any adjustments for this 4th game, he said, "We need to make this game drag on. The Lakers have an older roster, and the more we can push them late, the better we'll fare. We'll see if this approach of attrition does the trick tonight. Guys?"
Thanks, David.
And let's check out stats for James. Since the break, he's been simply stellar. He's putting up about 21 points per, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, and we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now. Yeah, the screen is the key to that whole sequence right there. No way he's letting anybody power their way through him on that pick.
You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Here's Mulder following the 3 by the Lakers. Pass to Lee. Passes to Mulder. 4 on the clock. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
And these are his 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight. Free throw good, LeBron.
Well, every night, the competitive killer instinct of LeBron James makes him as elite as he's been. Of course, a future first ballot Hall of Famer, and a lot of gas, it seems, left in the tank for LeBron James.
And the Warriors making a change here. Poole's checked in. And James drills them both. Warriors trail by 12. Here's Poole. A 38-point game for him in the win against New Orleans.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Here's James after the made shot from Kelly Oubre. James in the post. They picked up 24 points in their last one against Indiana.
Yeah, but there's always this point you got to look at where did he also impact the game? It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
A terrific combo guard. Some people are comparing Poole's style to that of C.J. McCollum's.
I don't know if it's that similar, maybe stylistically, but CJ's size and his control are something that right now, I guarantee you, Jordan Poole would love to adopt in his game.
First free throw is good. Los Angeles making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Harrell. LeBron left side. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Oubre outside. Lets it go. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And so it's Los Angeles enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Right back after this break. And for anyone who thinks this game isn't about hard work, listen to Steph Curry.
I can't tell you how many shots I've taken in my life and how many hours of log practicing, but it started with a love for what I could do and just love shooting, love being in the gym with a ball in my hands, and knew from early I was kind of a natural at it, but in order to get to this level and for me to have gotten better, that's the catalyst.
And as we know, Greg, Steph comes from a family of great shooters. It's in the blood.
But as you said, it's about the work. NBA players have had tons of kids. Most don't make it in this league. Steph is on his way to being one of the best.
Never get tired of LeBron James in the air doing wonderful things.
Here's Mulder. Against New Orleans, who is really on his game. Green passes to Mulder. Toscano's shot is good.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And the pass to Harrell. Lakers working the ball around now. Gasol. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Strange to see Marc Gasol shooting from outside. His game, Greg, wasn't always like it is now.
I mean, Gasol has added a 3 to his game in the last seasons with Memphis, and it was an immediate success. He became a functioning stretch 5. Early in his career, he was more likely to drag you to the block and just bruise you more than anything else.
The first free throw is good. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back to how about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
That's to Toscano. Back to Wiggins. Just 5 to shoot. Hands it from downtown.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
And here's James outside. Toscano with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's James, and James throws it down.
Just can't say enough about what LeBron James can do on the floor. That time with the handle, terrific at moving the defense around.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite level defender, guards multiple positions and turns away a number of shots.
And the Warriors making a change here. Bazemore is checked in, and the Lakers also making a switch. Drummond's checked in, and it's the Warriors with the ball, trailing by 13. Green finds Bazemore. Back to Green. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Not letting that one fly. Drummond using his height and wingspan to deny the shooter.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile one block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Wiggins inside the line. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical. Gets blocks, but doesn't get pulled out of position. Does everything you want from a defensive anchor. And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Lakers leading by 11. James, the bounce pass. Caldwell Pope pushes to Davis. And he drops it in from the low post.
Even though Davis gets bodied just a little bit, he still knocks down the shot right in the defense's face.
Outside Curry. Green deciding where to go with it. In the corner, Bazemore with it. Clock at 6. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Here's Caldwell Pope. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
I mean, it looks simple, but LeBron makes it look that way.
Lakers shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 70%.
Free throw good from Caldwell Pope. A lot of talk about receding in the playoffs when you got down to the final 4 teams. If it ensures the 2 best teams make the finals, it would seem to me, Greg, to be worth it. What about you?
You know, it could be. I think about the worldwide attention on that championship round, but you got to get the Eastern Conference teams to sign off on that. And, you know, we've seen it happen in the past where the power shifts from one conference to the other. But ultimately, nothing better than seeing the 2 best teams play for it all.
For 3, Warriors with the rebound. Now here's Bazemore. A 14-point game for him in the win against New Orleans. Davis surveying the floor. And it's Drummond with the jam.
A huge target on alley-oops. Throw it towards Drummond, and he'll take care of the rest.
Passes it to Bazemore. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Wiggins against Caldwell Pope.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Pass to Caruso. To the inside. And stolen by Wiggins. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Bazemore. No one around him. That one wide left. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for Los Angeles. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Caruso, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Wiggins with the block.
His length gives Wiggins an advantage on the D. He can get his hand to shots that a lot of other players would not be able to impact.
Los Angeles leading by 16. Davis kicks to Caruso. Morris outside. Inside. 6 to shoot. And they double up Davis. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And the Lakers with another miss. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And that one's good. Wiggins.
Steph out there singing a lullaby to the defense, gets them to sleep, and then sets up the teammate nicely.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Davis inside, working on Green, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the Golden State Warriors. Los Angeles shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And the first one drops.
You know, Anthony Davis is going to spend a lot of time at the free throw line most nights throughout the course of the season, and he's going to be pretty solid when he gets there.
And both free throws good for Davis.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Davis against Wiggins. And here's Oubre.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
And that does it for the first half of play. Los Angeles on top, up by 15. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Andrew, they shot the lights out in the first half. What has to change?
Get back. Focus on getting back, guarding your man, and not taking these out.
It starts with a man-on-man challenge. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 13 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, this game has been a showcase of the Kings' talent, agility, power, and the shots keep falling. LeBron has the defense totally overrun.
Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
Hasn't been pretty anywhere for them. But I point to their weak inside. They didn't protect the rim at all. And it's cost them money.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Oh, buzzer.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Caruso in at the point. Here's the teardrop. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Lakers lead by 17.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Curry fires from way outside. Rebounded by the Lakers. Drummond's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's James. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Green, the pass to Baseman. Outside Curry. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by LeBron. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And that one, good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Marc Gasol's checked in for the Lakers. Well, here are a group of point guards that have dialed up their own offense in the second half of the season. These are the top scorers at the one spot since the All-Star break. Number 1, Steph Curry.
Being at the top of that list, I mean, he's obviously been able to take it upon himself to give his team an offensive jolt whenever they've needed it.
Well, there's no doubt he's the straw that stirs the drink, someone who can be counted on to make sure their offense is always operating efficiently, whether it's by creating opportunities for his teammates or taking those matters into his own hands.
Drummond. And Drummond is right there. Drummond's got 6 points.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Now here's Curry. He's guarded closely. And it's good for 2. He has 7.
Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
And looking at Curry's stats, the one thing that jumps out, and it may be a little surprising, for the last 3 seasons, he's averaged over 5 rebounds a game.
Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
Kelly Oubre's checked in for Golden State. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Curry against James. Outside Curry. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And those rebounding numbers, GA, just speak to Curry's overall impact.
And when you look at Steph's size and the amount of time he spends on the perimeter, there's no way he should be cleaning the glass like that. But you can't teach heart and you can't teach instinct, and he has both.
Green finds Curry. Hits the 3-point bomb. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter.
I mean, there's no way. There's just a sliver of daylight, and there's 3 more.
And finished off by Gasol.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Curry can't get it to go.
His touch has left him in this quarter nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
But they'll get another chance. It's good. LeBron's got 17.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Here's Curry with the 3. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And the Lakers call time here.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
teams changing it up here. Let's see some of the numbers here for him.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at the true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Now here's James. He's guarded closely. 1:36 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Lee. The shot misses. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Second shot opportunity from past the arc. No good that time. Warriors trail by 21. There's a minute left in the third quarter. They get a hand on it. LeBron is doubled. Harrell with it. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Golden State's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Here's Mulder. Lee outside. Clock at 4. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. So both teams making some changes here. Lakers leading by 21. Here's Caruso. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And so it's Los Angeles, sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Kelly Oubre. He's out there with Kent Bazemore. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Looney. And it's Mulder in at the point. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Here's Wiggins, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Andrew Wiggins, the kind of guy that people watch with a microscope, but he has cut down on inefficient shots, those long twos, and started to take more threes, and using his athletic ability when he gets on the inside to get to the foul line.
No good on the free throw. And Wiggins looking more aggressive off the bounce. Brent getting into the teeth of the defense.
Yeah, and his assists are climbing because of that. Also his turnovers. So now what you want to do is slow down the game for Andrew Wiggins and show him on film where his outlets are and where his decision-making can be that much better.
Good on the second free throw. Greg, the NBA under Adam Silver has been aggressive, looking for ways to enhance the product and attract fans. Where do you fall on that point? Push the envelope or don't rock the boat, or maybe somewhere in between?
I think it might be somewhere in between. These days, people's attentions can be pulled in so many different directions. I think they're smart to not rest on their laurels and to continue to try to evolve. But with that evolution, sometimes it's not going to come over as well as they would like. But I'm a fan of some of the experiments, I should say, that we've tried thus far. And I hope the league continues to push the envelope.
That's a good thought. Davis against Oubre. Shot clock at 6. Back to Bazemore. Shoots over Kuzma. Offensive rebound, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. So it's both teams making substitutions here. On defense, the Lakers. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth quarter. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And Caruso's got the ball here for Los Angeles. They get the rebound. Davis down low, covered by Oubre. Tries again. That one good for 2.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
The Warriors have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Top of the key, Looney. Greg, you played against some terrific players, including the late, great Kobe Bryant. I'd love to hear your thoughts on playing against Kobe.
I mean, his passing is still tough, I'm sure, for many to deal with because he was just taken from us at such a young age. But this guy was a ferocious competitor and someone who showed us in life and in tragedy that you need to make the most of every moment that we have here. You know, I just appreciated to really the fans getting to know Kobe once his career was over, because I think he was able to let his guard down a little bit and show us a lighter side, a more compassionate side.
That is an excellent point. And that one falls for Davis. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Marcus All's checked in for Andre Drummond. Alfonso McKinney comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Matthews, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And McLemore subbed in for Alex Caruso. And so he hits both. The Warriors shooting a low 30% right now, an ugly offensive performance. The pass to Wiggins. Well, we know the TV networks have brought more revenue, Greg, to the NBA. The expectation is for another bump when they renegotiate in 2023.
You know, at the same time, though, Kevin, with all the cord cutters out there, the league looking to make the game more accessible to those fans. I expect that to be a big part of this next deal.
Right, on your tablet, your smartphone, or your computer. First one falls for him.
And the winner's mentality Wiggins has is commendable. A hard worker who wants to keep improving.
And both free throws good for Wiggins. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And McLemore kicks to Matthews. Back to McLemore. Here's McKinney, covered by Wiggins. Outside Matthews. No good with the triple.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one. That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best. And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Here's Mannion. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Down low, here's McKinney. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. McKinney's got his first points of the game.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Golden State moving the ball around. Here's Wiggins. There's the steal. Now McLemore. Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. You know, I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree. Damian Lee is checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And then for Los Angeles, James checked in for Alfonso McKinney. Caldwell Pope comes in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Alex Caruso in for Ben McLemore. And that one falls for Anthony Davis. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter. Pascal against Davis. Pascal, the pass to Lee. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. They get Marc Gasol.
Shooting for Golden State, Damian Lee. 2.
Free throw good. Lee. Greg, we're seeing the game evolve. We're seeing more and more big men displaying perimeter skills. Do you like that, or is there a part of you that misses those days when it all played out inside the lane in a very condensed area?
Listen, Kev, I think the game has kind of evolved on from the impact that the bigs had on the interior, but not the impact that they're having on the game. The reality is the game just doesn't stand still. And now as a big, you've got to have far more versatility. You got to be able to play in space. And as a fan, I just find the game to be more appealing to watch with the freedom of movement, the flow, and more of the skill set being put on display.
I agree.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And we've seen more attention given to how fans, Greg, interact with players during the games, whether it's verbal or even physical. Is that something the league's got to keep an eye on?
Absolutely. It's all about making sure that everyone is protected and respected. You know, this is entertainment, right? This is not do or die from a life standpoint, and we don't want to have things escalate.
There's got to be some kind of barrier there. I agree.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, There were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And not just a win tonight, guys, but a win on the season series as well, as they finish with 3 out of 4 games against this opponent.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Anthony Davis.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Pass Kapoor. There's the triple. No good that time. And the Lakers take it the other way. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's McKinney. Pass to Morris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 3 from Matthews. And Pascal pulls it down. Now here's Mannion. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, you have accomplished so much in this league. How have you sustained it for this long?
You know, it's only a select few. It's not many who make it to this point, and I would never take the game for granted. That's why I try to give everything I can till I can't give no more. And I've been around some great players, great coaches, great organizations, and for me to have this opportunity right here means a lot, and I'm very humbled.
Well, we appreciate all the work you've put in, man. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.